Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu Folge Nummer 52 von The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky SC und der letzte vor dem großen Finale. Und ich weiß auch noch gar nicht, ob euch das so klar war, weil ich es auch einfach gar nicht gesagt habe. Letzte Folge war die letzte Folge mit Nebenmission. Es gibt jetzt nur noch Hauptgeschichte. Ja, der letzte Dungeon wird natürlich eskalieren, keine Frage. Aber das ist alles Teil der Hauptstory. Und wir sind immer noch in Bose, weil ich ja hier noch das letzte Buch holen wollte. Und ab jetzt heißt es Kapitel 8 abschließen und danach ab ins Finale. Ich würde sagen, wir machen vom Finale nochmal einen Cut, das wird sowieso noch lang genug. Das heißt, könnte sein, dass diese Folge ein kleines bisschen kürzer ausfällt als sonst, aber das hängt auch ein bisschen davon ab, wie viel hier noch vor dem Finale des Kapitels gesprochen wird. Das kann ja auch mal ganz schön eskalieren, deswegen kann auch sein, dass es eine ganz reguläre Folge wird. Das nur vorab, nicht durch... vollkommen logisch. Nicht, dass ihr euch wundert, falls die Laufzeit dann noch ein bisschen weniger wird. Aber ich glaube, ein Kapitelabschluss, wenn der jetzt nicht schon in 5 Minuten passiert, ist immer eine schöne Sache, um eine Folge abzurunden. Deswegen benutze ich das auch gern gelegentlich. Außer eben, es ist nach 5 Minuten. Das glaube ich aber ehrlich gesagt nicht. Wir müssen immerhin noch nach Grand Cell und mit der Königin sprechen, weil wir haben zwar jetzt in ganz Liebe die Kommunikation wiederhergestellt. Das bringt aber natürlich reichlich wenig, denn sieht man es eigentlich auf der Karte? Nee. Auf dem Valeria Lake schwebt ja immer noch die gigantische Festung namens Aureole oder vielmehr die Aureole, das Septarian, das Artefakt der Göttin Adius persönlich, ist immer noch da und die Problematik des Orbital Shutdown Phänomens sind dementsprechend auch noch da und das müssen wir natürlich auch noch beenden. Also reisen wir jetzt zur Königin und hoffen einfach mal, dass die eine gute Idee hat. Und natürlich hat sie die. Natürlich kommen wir auch dahin und natürlich schaffen wir das schon irgendwie. Die Frage ist jetzt natürlich nur, wie schaffen wir das? Und das, liebe Freunde, das klären wir jetzt doch mal gleich, ne? Ich habe jetzt... Okay, jetzt machen wir noch einen kleinen Kampf. Ich habe jetzt in den letzten Folgen, die sind schon sowieso mehr eskaliert, als ich gedacht habe, nicht noch die ganzen Fischereien und Rezeptsachen gemacht. Das hätte man jetzt in diesem letzten Zug noch machen können, anders als die Bücher, die ja wirklich an zeitliche Ereignisse gebunden sind, die man verpassen kann. Aber die Rezepte etc., das würde noch mal mindestens eine komplette Folge dauern. Und ich glaube, da sind wir jetzt alle nicht so scharf drauf. Behaupte ich jetzt einfach mal, ne? Und weil mit wir, ich spreche ja immer in eurem Sinne, aber eigentlich nur aus meiner Perspektive. Deswegen ist das nicht nur sehr verlogen, sondern auch einfach sehr arrogant und damit perfekt passend. So, oh, schau mal an. Hey, isn't that? What the? That's the sound of an airship engine. Da passiert doch direkt was. Das mögen wir doch. Wait a second. If it's an airship that can fly now. There. Das müsste Ouroboros sein. Tatsache, es sind rote Raumschiffe wollte ich schon sagen, Flugschiffe. Entsprechend sind das Jägers. Und die fliegen auf die Hauptstadt zu. Society Airships, why are they here? Damn, they're heading straight for the Kapitel. Son of a bitch, we need to chase them now. Ja, und genau das haben wir ja sowieso vor. Wir wollten ja sowieso in der Hauptstadt. Passt also ganz gut. Dann können wir die nämlich auf dem Weg dahin auch wegballern. Okay. Was geht hier ab? Ich bin ehrlich, ich bin gerade selber überrascht. Ich weiß nur noch, wie man auf die Aureole kommt, aber ich wusste dieses Zwischenspiel hier vorher jetzt ehrlich gesagt gar nicht. Deswegen, ich bin ernsthaft freudig überrascht. Shall we begin then, my friends? I guess, if the Divine Blade was here, this might be a good time. But just beating up a bunch of weaklings whose guns don't even work, this ain't even gonna be a good way to kill time. It's not too bad, you know. It's fun to just walk around and step on on all the little wooden toy soldiers. Boah, ich hab's heute auch mit dem Reden, Leute. Well then, make sure not to call your patamata down on them, love. All the little soldiers would run home instantly if you did. Oh, that's boring. I was thinking of getting Patamata to help me smash that pretty castle into dust. Beauty and destruction, is it? It holds a certain charm of its own, I suppose. Ja, ich glaube, anständige Wache für den Eingang, aber es wird nicht viel bringen, ne? You must be Ouroboros Lakaien. You sons of... So your airships still work, huh? Ja. I believe this is our first formal meeting, soldiers of Lebo. I am Bleu Blanc, the handsome, mysterious, peerless phantom thief of beauty. Walter the direwolf, ladies. Try to put up something like a fight, would ya? Luciola the bewitching belle. We won't be acquainted for long, though. And I'm Ren, the angel of slaughter. I wonder what you'll sound like when you're screaming your life out after I rip you open. Hehe. Casually introducing yourselves? We'll see if that confidence lasts. Stand ready, man. Charge! Sweet dreams are made of tempest dance. Boah, da muss ich erstmal... mein Gehirn zügeln, aber sehr, sehr schöne Spezialattacke. Und das Schöne daran ist, das ist ja wirklich der Kampfbildschirm. Das heißt, diese Attacke könnt ihr schon mal merken. Achtung. Oh, jetzt erstmal einen Schluck aus der Flasche nehmen. Ultimate Blow hört sich wirklich falsch an. Ah, wir haben doch gegen die alle schon gekämpft. Das sind doch keine neuen Attacken für uns. Kennen wir doch schon. Das ist das Ding, wenn man das so lange zerstückelt spielt, dass man Sachen durcheinander bringt. Aber schöne S-Crafts, muss man sagen. Ja, da haben die natürlich gar keine Chance. Aber ich würde mal sagen, wir haben jetzt 2 S-Crafts sehr schön gesehen. Ich würde sagen, wir werden Ren uns jetzt mal vorspielen, weil wir kennen die Attacken ja auch schon. Das ist ja nichts Neues für uns. Remember, my good man, ultimately, this world and life is but a fantasy. Im Grunde genommen ist es ja der wahrste Satz des Spiels. Es ist ja wirklich eine Fantasie von uns, Menschen. Allow me to show you a delicious nightmare. Ja, auch das haben wir schon mal gesehen. Zack, zack, bumm, paff. Ohnmächtig. Ich sag jetzt einfach, die sind ohnmächtig, aber natürlich sterben auch Leute. Trails macht tatsächlich keine Gefangenenmethoden, außer in der Cold Steel-Reihe. Und das ist einer der Gründe, warum ich die nicht so stark finde. Aber da kommen wir irgendwann zu. Seriously, nothing but trash. Oh damn, they broke too easily. No, don't be so greedy. Perhaps the royal guard of the queen will provide us with a bit more challenge. One would hope at least. Well then. Okay. Wozu haben die Jägers denn überhaupt dabei, wenn die überhaupt gar keine Chance haben? Voll die Mannverschwendung, ne? We enforcers will head for Gransel Castle. Squad leaders, direct your platoons in the taking of each block of Gransel as planned. Aye, sir. Frech schon ein bisschen, ne? Aber so ist das Leben. Nothing but a heartache. Ergibt gar keinen Sinn, das ist völlig egal. That's Harry. Ja, kommen wir ein bisschen zu spät, ne? Son of a... We've gotta help them. Do first aid. There's no time. Whoa, easy. Your braces, right? Ouroboros and forces passed by here moments ago. Seems their target is Gransel Castle. I knew it. The rest of the enemy forces are taking over the city. Please, save the city and the castle. Und puff. Eventuell ohnmächtig, vielleicht auch tot. Estelle. Right. I'm sorry everyone, but we're going on ahead. Dann rein in die Stadt und wahrscheinlich wird jetzt einfach bis zum Schloss uns durchgeballert, oder? Das ist echt, das hier hatte ich nicht mehr so auf dem Schirm. Ist schon verrückt, ne? Bei manchen Layouts von Dungeons habe ich bessere Erinnerungen als an diesen Teil. Muss aber dazu sagen, dass man gerade bei Türmen oder so ja auch immer wieder drin war. Das macht es natürlich einfacher. No. Why? Those bastards. Here they come. Na, die kennen wir doch. Konzentrieren wir wieder unser Feuer auf einen. Das kriegen wir schon hin. Habe ich jetzt nicht so viel Respekt wie vom letzten Mal vor, weil wir dieses ganze Kladderadatsch drumherum auch nicht haben. So, einer ist weg. Jetzt brauchen wir aber echt Titas Heilkräfte. Als erstes hier hin. Zack. Drauf da. Ja, aber das funktioniert doch ganz gut. Jetzt ist Tita nämlich wieder ein bisschen außen vor. Das könnte sogar schon reichen. Wir haben S-Crafts gesammelt. Wir müssen nur gleich uns auf jeden Fall heilen, wenn wir die Chance dazu kriegen. Das wäre wichtig. What are we even gonna do? The city... Everyone. Ellen, your timing is perfect. You're here about the business that Queen had with you, yes? That was the idea. What's going on? The army is in position along the eastern and western blocks of the city as we speak. The fighting is terrible, but you need to leave it to them. You must give chase to the enforcers. They are heading for the castle. But... hang on, you want us to just leave the city like this? I've evacuated the people on the street into the guild house. The army is evacuating the rest of the city. Okay, we'll head to the castle then. Thank you. Idios guide you and keep you safe. Before you go, take this. Ach, guck mal, da haben wir sogar noch ein Serum Powder zurückbekommen, das wir ein bisschen, aber auch nur ein bisschen verschwendet haben. Thank you, Alvin. Good luck. I pray for your victory. So, und jetzt muss ich mal kurz gucken, weil jetzt gibt es etwas, was ich noch machen kann. Moment. Alles klar. Okay, wir müssen einmal zur Gilde. Das habe ich mir doch extra fein rausgeschrieben, weil wir hier oben jemanden finden sollen. Ganz oben, soweit ich weiß. Aber wirklich schön, dass die Leute hier alle drin sind. Nur wer? Du? Dem wir die Bücher geben. Ah, do you run the café? Aha, das ist nämlich der gleiche, den wir im letzten Spiel haben. Da haben wir die nämlich auch im Café abgegeben. Das ergibt ja völlig Sinn. Hey, I came out here shopping, then suddenly I got told to evacuate. I thought this be a good time to read a book and calm down. Already seems as calm as you can get, to be honest. Oh, why, I know that's serious. Is that Gambler Jack the series popular in the harbor area that I've heard so much about, perhaps? Are these novels? Yes, that's right. It's a drama about a gambler with a curious fate set in the Republic. I've been wanting to read it for a long time. Oh yeah? I do owe him a bit. Hand over the books. Alright, here you go. It's all yours, sir. Oh, that isn't why I mentioned it. Don't worry about it. It's thanks for the great curry and coffee before. That's very kind of you. I'd be happy to take them. You have my thanks. I'll start reading right away to calm myself. Oh, and as a token from my side, allow me to offer you this. Zemurian ore. This is... when I was still a diplomat, I picked this up in Eteria. Eteria, that's where the headquarters of the Septian Church is, isn't it? Yes, that's right. In the distant past, back during the Zemurian era, things were made with this material, apparently. The Zemurian era? It must be incredibly old. Certainly I've never seen this alloy. I don't know how true it is. Incidentally, apparently the techniques to mold that metal have long been lost. Thinking about it, that makes it pretty incredible. It isn't anything that incredible, but perhaps it'll be a good luck charm for you. Yeah, thanks. Und das ist der Unterschied. Im ersten Spiel haben wir quasi direkt hier Waffen auswählen können bei ihm als Belohnung. Warte mal, haben wir jetzt hier eigentlich noch? Ne, hier ist nichts mehr, ne? Haben wir alles reported? Okay. Okay. Und hier kriegen wir semurianisches Erz. Und das ist etwas, was wir in späteren Spielen sehr oft noch sehen werden. Und daraus bauen wir dann die ultimativen Waffen. Wir kriegen sie aber nicht mehr direkt. Das ist der Unterschied. Ja, es wird halt nur vertagt. The door is locked. Warte mal, kann ich mich denn... Ich möchte mich schon noch gern einmal komplett heilen. Das muss doch hier irgendwo bei irgendwem möglich sein. Bei dir? Nee. Bei dir? Bei dir? Kann ich mich irgendwo heilen? Hallo? Hallo? Kann ich mich bei dir heilen? Ich brauche Heilung. Also wenn hier diese ganzen Zivilisten drin sein sollen, dann würde ich mich gern bei einem von euch heilen. Ist es möglich? Möglicht. Wird es mir ermöglicht? Leute, okay. Sieht nicht so aus, ne? Das ist schon echt bitter. Dann müssen wir wirklich auf... Moment, ist es... Ja. Dann, falscher Kopf. Dann müssen wir wirklich auf Heil-Items zurückgreifen. Nehmen wir die. So, Agathe noch. Ja, passt. Okay. Ist nicht perfekt, aber damit bin ich cool. Also, auf zur Rettungsmission. Ich glaube, ich gucke gerade nur noch mal, ob ich irgendwas vergessen habe, weil wenn wir jetzt dahin gehen, dann war es das tatsächlich. Ja, okay. Dann war es das tatsächlich mit Freiheiten. Das heißt, danach geht es nur noch Richtung Finale und das will ja wohl überlegt sein. Also, ab geht das. Gransel Castle. Oh, the gates are closed. Given the age of this entrance, I would imagine it can be opened manually. That would prove difficult, however. Yes, it'll take quite a bit of pushing. Uh-oh, it's time to call in Pater Martha, isn't it? Hey now, you call that thing in, you won't leave anything for the rest of us to do. You all just leave this to me. Leave it to you? Just watch. Und er haut jetzt einfach ein Loch da rein. Cool. Einfach cool. Frech von ihm. Sehr frech. Aber es gibt noch eine Tür. Oh, that was great, Walter. Ah yes, one of the Tato style's greatest techniques. Impressive as always, my friend. That shit's really only good for street performances. Now, one more to go through. Das läuft echt nicht so gut für uns, ne, gerade. To think they'd breached the castle gates. They won't hold much longer. Claudia, Hilda, hurry and get Alicia to her private chambers. But Uncle, Dannen, are you... I am a scion of the von Auslese family. I will not stand quietly and watch as brigands try to tear our land and authority to pieces. With Julia absent, I shall take command. But stop wasting time. The goal is to abduct the queen and her heir. Her heir being you, remember? Uncle, your priority must be the safety of yourself and the queen. This is what it means to be heir, Claudia. Fulfill your duty. Uncle, I understand. Das ist so stark. Das ist wirklich auch wieder so eine Charakterentwicklung, die bei Trails so gut rauskommt, weil man so viel Zeit mit den Figuren verbringt. Und dass Dannen hier über sich hinaus wächst und plötzlich die Eier hat, das Richtige zu tun, ist so stark bei allem, mit allem, was davor passiert ist. Ganz, ganz stark. Grandmother, Hilda, come. We need to get up to the chambers. Yes, it would be best. Dannen, please be careful. You just watch as I cast these cursed banners from the walls. I pray for your victory. Philip, you be careful too. I will do my best, Mistress Hilda. So ein guter, starker Moment. Außer er kriegt jetzt Angst und rennt weg. I am deeply impressed, your lordship. I've never been happier to serve you than at this moment. There's no need to make such a show out of it, Philip. Stark, wirklich stark, muss man einfach sagen. Auch hier einfach das Bild, die Rottöne einfach ein bisschen hochgezogen, damit es so aussieht, als ob das Licht von draußen reinfällt, im Sonnenuntergang, sehr, sehr stark. Here they are. Such ghastly appearances, rather more like demons than men. Your lordship, should I fall, do not hesitate to flee. What but... Sir Philip? Oh, it's the old man with the closed eyes. Who the hell is this old lump? I am Philip Rummel, butler to His Royal Highness Dannen von Auslese and former captain of the Royal Guard. This blade I once held in days long past. I do not know how far it will carry me, but it shall now cross with yours. Ever is this country full of surprises. Let's see how skilled you are then. Ja, wir sind leider noch nicht so weit. Wir sehen nur die Schneise der Verwüstung. What in the... No large impact points. I think this was broken with someone's hand. This looks like Walter's handiwork. Aegis. No way. He is freakishly strong. Wait, what are we standing around being impressed for? We need to catch up to... Estelle, watch out. Na, easy, die kennen wir doch auch. Oh, come on, why here? Take him down. 14.000, das wird allerdings ein bisschen härter. Die Frage ist, haben wir genug Crafts, um zu impeden? So. Nee, haben wir nicht. Aber vielleicht kann ich dafür die wegballern. Zack, zack, zack. Das wird jetzt richtig bitter, glaube ich. Aber das muss ich noch machen und den 200er will ich auch verballern. Das ist das Einzige, wo ich gerade denke, das könnte ein bisschen was bringen. Aber es kann gut sein, dass wir jetzt gleich, ja, dass wir ein paar Tote haben. Aber genau deswegen wollte ich die halt benutzen, weil ich mir schon gedacht habe, dass wir die danach wahrscheinlich nicht mehr benutzen können. Also ist doch alles, ja, ich will nicht sagen gut gelaufen, aber angemessen gelaufen. Es ist mehr oder weniger so gekommen, wie ich gedacht hätte. So, die Frage ist, kommen wir jetzt zu ihm hin? 1750, das wird schwierig. Aber das könnte tatsächlich reichen. Okay. Auch wie gedacht, Joshua zu stark, können wir nicht, wobei, nee, wir haben gleich das Ding, dass Estelle richtig reinhauen kann mit einem Critical Hit. Den möchte ich nicht verschwenden. Das ist fast so stark wie ihr S-Craft-Angriff, deswegen, es war schon echt wichtig. Oh, hält Estelle das durch mit... Wir müssen es versuchen, sonst müssen wir sie wiederbeleben. Das ist einfach, sie hat jetzt auch ihre S-Craft benutzt. Und wir haben es geschafft. Jetzt können wir sie wahrscheinlich sogar noch heilen. Wir müssen die großen Dinger weghauen, sonst holen die immer wieder neue. Zack. Sehr schön, sehr schön. Auch wieder ein bisschen. Da drauf. Jetzt hat er nämlich nur noch 5000. Das ist schon mal sehr gut. Mist, sehr schön. Draufballern. Auch draufballern. Oh je. Okay, Tita, du gehst hier hin. Ich würde sie alle wegmoven, ehrlich gesagt. Das ist mir den Impact nicht wert. Scheiße. Okay, machen wir so. So. Ich habe schon verstanden, ne? Ich werde jetzt auch heilen. Und zwar Joshua. Und du gehst bitte hier hin. Zack. Mit ein bisschen Glück reicht das sogar schon. Sehr schön. Agathe schon wieder weg. Was kann der eigentlich, ist so die andere Frage. So. Okay. Agathe kümmert sich um die Kleinen und wir gehen wieder auf den Großen. Zack. Weil ich würde jetzt an diesem Punkt wirklich ungern noch S-Crafts verwenden, wenn es nicht absolut sein muss. Weil jetzt nur noch ein großer übrig ist. Und der auch gar nicht mehr so viel Lebensenergie hat. Der müsste jetzt in den nächsten 2 Schlägen eigentlich wirklich kaputt gehen. So, dann kannst du nämlich die Kleinen weiter wegballern. Zack. Oh, Tita darf den Schlag machen. Zack. Bam. Und da haben wir es. Weiter geht die Luzi. Does this ever end? There's no time. Let's get inside. Ja, würde ich auch sagen. Jetzt so eine Heilung wäre ganz geil, ne? No. They get everybody. Not even the Royal Guard can stop them, huh? Mrs. Tell. Aww. Philip and even Dunnan. Did you try to stop them? To my shame, I could not. I suppose age has caught up to me. I could not hold them for long. Is the Duke? He's fine, just got tackled or something, I think. That is a relief. Her Majesty has retreated to the royal chambers. Please hurry. Philip. He's just unconscious. Let's hurry, Chloe's in danger. Right. Wisst ihr, wo Chloe ist? Sie ist in der Danger Zone. So. Wir sind echt immer so einen ganz kleinen Schritt hinten dran. So these are the Queen's chambers. Our destination then. This sucks. The only one who didn't just fall over was the old-timer. Yes, he was quite an expert. He was still silly though. There was no way he could beat all of us. Stupid old man. Hey, come now, don't say that. He proved his worth through his loyalty. Few men can claim as much. But I must admit, Duke Dunnan was a little different than rumor led me to believe. True, he did not seem like the absolute debauchee from the reports. Was still amused by how quickly he passed out, of course. They're here. Ja, komm mal raus. Damn it all, if only Captain Schwartz was here. Stop sniveling, we are the Royal Guard. Show them what that means. More small fry. This is getting rather tedious. Told you. Oh, I know. To make it fun, let's see who can capture the Queen first. Oh, an interesting sport. I'm game. Well then, let's play. Das ist frech, oder? Aber auch ein bisschen witzig. So, wir müssen jetzt aber schnell hinterher sprinten. Falls ihr euch noch dran erinnert, die Kammern liegen einfach hier den rechten Gang, die Treppen hoch, die weiteren Treppen hoch und schon sind wir da. Oh, it seems you have more guests, Queen Alicia. Chloe, Queen Alicia, Estelle, Joshua, everyone, thank you for coming. Oh no, we're too late. You sons of... What do you think you're doing? Let go of Chloe and Her Majesty. Sorry, but no. The professor asked us to do this as a personal favor, so no can do. The professor? Wait, a personal... So this has nothing to do with the gospel plan then? Nope, don't think so. He said he wanted to slow you down a little since you were doing more than we thought you would. Oh, I'm so very sorry for trying to reverse all the damage you guys are doing and being a decent human being then. It has been problematic, you realize. You restored the guild phones across Libo. The professor hadn't expected you to do it so quickly. I gather he wanted to see you suffer a little more. What in... He had you attack Gransel for that? That's very like him. You got it. I thought it was a bit lame myself. Thing is, Lover got sent off to secure that flying city alone. We had nothing better to do, so we said, sure, we'll throw you a bone. I believe we understand now. Given that I'm not enough of a prize by myself, can I ask you to release Princess Claudia? Grandmother, no. I'm the one who should... Oh, it is true that the good professor asked... Ich habe zu schnell weitergedrückt, aber bla 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 bla. My, what a quandary we have on our hands. Weren't you looking to take the princess anyway? Well, a pet bird in a cage somehow lacks charm. It may also be nice to see her elegance shining even through captivity, but... You don't even start. You're really out of your minds if you think you will let you do that. Don't make me laugh. Even if we didn't have hostages, are you seriously gonna take on all of us? That's right. I promised to kill you all the next time we met. You know what? This is a good chance. Maybe I should just gut you all right here. Stay calm, Estelle. They're right. There's no way we can fight all of them at once by ourselves. We need to wait for our chance. But... alas, Joshua, it is fruitless. Perhaps you had been in the shadows, you could have found an opening, but as it stands, out in the open like this, your options are limited. There's little you can do, Black Fang. So it seems. It also seems like I'm not the one who needs to strike that opening. What? Aha! What? Cassius. Nee, ach, Sid. Ich wollte gerade sagen, Cassius nimmt doch sein Schwert nicht mehr in der Hand. Hello everyone, good work. Your Majesty, Your Highness, forgive my tardiness. Sid, thank you for coming. One of the Divine Blade's lieutenants. That wasn't too bad. Just a bit more and you really would have had us. Yes, I'll admit I was surprised. I didn't expect you to be able to turn away such a blow so easily. Alright, this is turning into my kind of party. So you wanna play too? I'll pass for the moment. Really, I'm just bait anyway. What? Jetzt kommt nämlich Sieg und bringt uns wie jemand den Sieg. Und Richard... Er fliegt einfach easy davon. Good, I made it in time. What in... Waiter. Huh? Richard? Colonel Richard? Hello, Miss Bright. You shouldn't call me Colonel, however. I've been stripped of my rank and I am little more than a criminal performing his penal service. Boy, that sure explains every question I had about this. Don't call me Colonel, okay? Mr. Richard, it's been some time. I'm glad to see you and the princess are well, Your Majesty. I believe General Bright has already briefed you on my circumstances, so please allow me to shield you from these criminals. By all means. Thank you very much, Mr. Richard. The pleasure is mine. I so don't even know what's going on anymore. I think it's safe to say this story is bigger than we are, as it were. Übrigens immer noch beste Musik im Hintergrund. A pair of the Divine Blade students, our wayward Black Fang, and a group of better-than-average braces. I think we may have tarried for too long. I appreciate the time personally. Incidentally, we've already handled things in the city. Huh? Ja, so geht's mit mir auch. Das ist nämlich Kanone. Commence Operation Clean Sweep. Remember, our first priority is the safety of the citizenry. Aber das finde ich so schön, dass sie auch so... Die bleiben sich treu und werden lieb, ohne dass es irgendwie hergezogen wird, weil sie ja sich auch selber hinterfragen musste. Und sie ist immer noch der Sturkopf aus dem ersten Teil und dem Anfang des Spiels. Aber es ist eben nachvollziehbar, dass sie einsieht, dass sie jetzt das Richtige tut. Assist the army where possible. Engage Jäger Corps and archaisms at your discretion. Yes, ma'am. Das läuft doch. Zack, 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 zack. Von ein bisschen Bling Bling und die Dinger explodieren. Finde ich gut. Finde ich gut. Zack. Und auch weg. Die explodiert. Das sind doch gar keine Roboter komplett. Hauptsache explodieren trotzdem. Zack, zack. Wenn die jetzt auch explodieren, dann lache ich. Aber die müssen umfallen. Ja. Puff. Also jetzt noch nicht, aber... So schön. Und eine wirklich schöne Überraschung. Jetzt kommt sie nämlich wieder. Ich wollte schon sagen, Richard müsste doch eigentlich in diesem Teil noch auftauchen. Das wusste ich noch. Holy, just when I thought this couldn't get any crazier. When did the Special Ops guys show up? And they're going after the Society's goons too. Maybe this is, you know, heavy penance for awful deeds and stuff. Or maybe they're trying to remind everyone how awesome they are. Who the hell would... They're trying to clear their name, Dorothy. Oh, the hell with it. Dorothy, make with a camera. Shoot and shoot until we can't stop filming there anymore. Aye, aye, sir. So gut. Oh, the Jägers are being pushed back. Very impressive. Not too bad, really. Well then, servants of Ouroboros, what do you intend? You seem quite eager for a fight. Are we still desirous of violence? You think you're funny? If it's gonna be like this, I am gonna call Pater Stop, Ren. Our chance has already slipped by. Trying to force the issue now would only end in an ugly fashion. The capture of the royals was ultimately an optional objective. Come, let us pull back. Well, if we gotta. Ja, ich würde sagen, hervorragend. Ladies and gentlemen, if you will pardon us, it should be just about time for your next trial, however. I suggest you keep your wits about you. Next trial? What are you on about now? You'll see soon enough. Good day then, everyone. Und damit haben wir sie zurückgeschlagen. Ah, they've retreated. The Jägers should pull out of the city as well. A shame we cannot pursue them, but I suppose we can be selfish. Yeah, wait, way more importantly, so just what in the heck is Colonel Richard doing here? I thought you were in prison for the seriously grievous crime of being a huge jerk. I said I am not a... well, regardless. Before any of that, we have to secure the city. Would you help us? Well, sure, of course. We'll help tend to the wounded and with firefighting. And so, with great difficulty, the Society's invasion of Granza was repelled. A stealth group ran around the city, fighting fires and helping the confused citizenry. Eventually, the rest of the team arrived, having been contacted by Allen. Bam. Bam. Received Aura Guard accessory as a perk. Nice, das war doch mal gut. As I mentioned previously, I'm here on General Bright's orders. He had a suspicion that Ouroboros might try something like this. However, most regular army troops aren't very well trained to fight without their orbital firearms, so he decided to use a handful of troops with experience in hand-to-hand combat. Of course, he needed an excuse to get me and my subordinates involved, seeing as we are supposed to be in prison. As a result, we were to be transported to Granza, where we conveniently ended up caught in the chaos and repelled the attack. Das ist sehr clever. Also er durfte sie offiziell gar nicht befreien, wegen den Gesetzen der Verurteilung. Aber er hat einfach gesagt, so, ja, dann verleben wir die da ein. Hoch, jetzt sind sie ausgebüxt, können sie uns ja helfen. Tada! Clever. That's about as subtle as a brick to the forehead, Dad. I take it you had some idea about this, Your Majesty? Yes, Cassius and I discussed the idea earlier. We will, I suspect, face some criticism for doing this, but the safety of the citizenry must come before everything else. And I knew from the bottom of my heart that Mr. Richard would do what was best for the country he loves so. I do not deserve such praise, Your Majesty. I get it, so then... Oh, right. Does this have to do with the reason you wanted to see us? In part, yes. What I wanted to discuss was what Claudia has done. Huh? What Chloe's done? Yes. It was a short ceremony, but as of this morning, I've been formally invested with the inheritance. I'm now officially the Crown Princess of Liebel, next in line to be Queen. Sie hat sich entschieden! Wow! Congratulations, I think you made a good decision. I really think some of it is simply selfishness on my part. Estelle, everyone, I understand you're the ones who saved everyone at the Academy. Thank you so much. Auch das wieder ein Dialog, wäre nicht gekommen, wenn wir die Nebenquests nicht gemacht hätten. Oh, yeah. We can't really take all the credit though. Inalace's group was there and Zeke helped us out too. Scotty! Yes, so I gathered. When I learned about what happened, I spent a lot of time thinking about what I could do. What role I could serve to help protect those dear to me. And that's inheriting the throne? Yes. I am an inexperienced teenager who lacks the ability or confidence to lead an entire kingdom. Still, if I can use such a position to protect those dear to me, and if that in turn helps me to protect the home I love, then it is all worth it. Chloe, you're silly. Liebesschelle. Well, congratulations. Looks like you finally found that path you were looking for, huh? Estelle, thank you. I really am desperately new at this, though, and I'm not quite sure what I can do. Will you lend me your aid when I need it? What kind of question is that, duh? I mean, heck, I'm not exactly a grizzled veteran over here, you know? Just as you've lent us your aid time and time again, whenever you need us, we'll be there for you. Estelle, Joshua, thank you. Thank you so much. What a complete and utter fool I've been. All the things I did without realizing the potential of the young people who will carry our future. Ellen. What's this, Ellen? You'll be carrying a good deal of future yourself still, I think. Quite so. You jest, Your Majesty. Colonel, I have a report. What is it? Is the city under attack again? No, sir. Everything is quiet here. The Jägers withdrew rapidly from the city and faded back out into the countryside. Then what is it, man? Speak up. Was ist es, Mann? Alter Rede. We've received a report from Haufen Gate. An Erebonian army is gathering at the border. What? So they've come at last. How large an army are they fielding? So far it appears to only be a single standard division, but they have tanks with them. What? No, just a damn second. How the hell are they running tanks in the middle of all this? Are they using the same technology as the society? I thought they might... No, it's strange. They don't appear to be using ordnance at all. Their scout reports say they run using steam engines. Steam what now? It's an engine that uses steam to move the pistons. It's even more primitive than a gasoline engine. Everyone stopped using them as soon as ordnance were invented. No sane army would bother keeping such museum pieces maintained. They're a joke compared to even the most basic orbital tank. Which can only mean one thing. They prepared these in secret. Hang on, you mean... It means the Erebonian leadership knew this was going to happen, so the next trial Ouroboros spoke of... Yes, it must be this. And now they're effectively holding Groundsel hostage. They can storm in and take the capital again whenever they please. It's one way of sending a message, I suppose. There's another problem. I suspect Dad was keeping you as an ace in the hole. A special joker card he could play, someone he could dispatch anywhere an emergency occurred when he couldn't be. But now he's played that card and you'll have to remain here. Blasted. Ouroboros certainly plays a hard game. Grandmother, allow me to go to Haufen Gate. Say what? Chloe? I couldn't bear sending Uncle. He risked his life once already for our sakes. Let me go. I will negotiate with the Erebonians as your agent. Very well. Though we may have signed a non-aggression pact with them, remember that the scales on which Erebonian legal balance are still unstable. These events could spiral into chaos that would engulf the continent. I'm counting on you to balance those scales. I will. Das ist, ne, eine Sache vorbei, kommt die nächste. Die erebonische Armee steht jetzt einfach vor den Toren und so, hey, wie wär's jetzt der 10-tägige Krieg, der ist jetzt 10 Jahre her, aber hey, wie wär's mit Teil 2? So, in that case, mind if we go with you? I'm sorry? We shall see the heiress to Haufen Gate safely. And if things get really crazy and turn into a shooting war, we'll do what we can to help. No mind, we can actually help you with a shooting war as per guild protocol. But there's a few things we could do from a neutral position, I think. Everyone, I couldn't ask for more. Thank you, please keep her safe. Yes, Your Majesty. Leave everything to us. Still, Joshua, on that note, I and my men will keep an eye on any movements the Society may try to make. Even if they attempt to assault us with that massive puppet of theirs, we will be ready to respond. Guys, we'll be counting on you. Es kommt hier Szene nach Szene nach Szene, Leute. Und jetzt geht's and soon arrived at Haufen Gate. Schön, dass jetzt wenigstens wir nicht hinlaufen müssen. Das ist auch mal gut, ey. Leute. Es sieht nicht gut aus, aber wir werden jetzt das erste Mal Erebonien sehen in einem Trails-Spiel. Nur sehr kurz und nur ein kleinen Zeit. So, das ist Erebonien. Ja. Das ist es. Schön ist was anderes, aber das ist es. Oh, komisch, dass sie sich genau für hier vorbereitet haben. Übrigens, oh Moment mal, das ist so etwas, worauf ich hier noch nicht geachtet habe, weil ich ja die Trails of Cold Steel-Reihe erst deutlich später gespielt habe, logischerweise. General Van Dyke, den kennen wir doch. Wenn ihr Cold Steel gespielt habt oder wenn wir es noch zusammen erleben sollten, den kennt ihr. Ich wusste nicht, dass er hier seinen ersten Auftritt schon hat. Krass, eine schöne Perspektive. Explain yourself, General Vander. Why is a division of the Imperial Army on our literal doorstep? Does the Empire truly forget the pacts of it signed so quickly? General Morgan, I'm the one who would like an explanation. What are you? For the past 24 hours or more, openings all across the southern marches of His Majesty's domain have ceased function. And at the exact same time, it seems a massive, heretofore unknown structure appeared above your Valeria Lake. I ask you, Morgan, what is going on? It is just as you say. We are as confused as anyone else about the situation. So it would seem. But your situation is, as I said, affecting a large swathe of Imperial territory. Given that, you know full well why I'm here, General. Here to try and raise the stallion above us while we are weak, then? We intend nothing of this sort. We are given to understanding that a criminal organization of some sort has been taking advantage of this situation. All we wish is to see if we can be of aid to the allies whom we have signed a non-aggression pact with. Those are the orders I received from the Imperial government. Nonsense! What are those tanks doing here, then? I've never heard of a tank that runs on steam and combustion until now. Was that you suddenly have these tanks with conveniently require no orbital power? That is a military secret. I would think you would welcome us though, Morgan. These vehicles are perfectly suited for helping to keep the peace. In Liebel, that is, while this crisis runs its course. You understand my meaning, yes? We deeply appreciate your thoughtfulness. What? Einfach mal zum Vermittler geworden. Impossible. Your Highness, what are you? Oh, schönes erstes Charakterbild als offizielle Prinzessin. Morgan, well done. Please leave the rest of this to me. But Your Highness. And what are they doing here? We are the royal bodyguards, sorta, temporarily. Should the worst happen, we'll protect Claudia, I swear. I may be inexperienced as a negotiator. This is, however, the proper time for me to step forward and assume my duties as heir. Morgan, please. As you wish, Your Highness. Ich meine, okay, anders als in anderen Situationen, sie ist ja wirklich dafür ausgebildet, auch in der Akademie und alles, aber es ist so typische Situation, wenn ihnen echt passieren würde, würde einfach alles schief gehen. Naja, just keep in mind who you are going out there to parley with, my princess. If anything happens, be ready to run for the gate. I understand. Dann wollen wir mal. Yo, hello. It seems I will be trading words with someone else now, huh? I'm afraid I don't recognize you, though your bearing is quite noble. This is the first time we have met, sir. I am Claudia von Auslese, Princess of Liebel, granddaughter to the Queen, and newly invested heir to the throne. Forgive my impertinence, Your Highness. I'm Zex Vander, Your Highness, Lieutenant General of the 3rd Division of the Imperial Army. Yes, word of your accomplishments in battle has reached even us, General Vander. Vander ist übrigens ein Name, den könnt ihr euch noch merken. Auch übrigens der Kumpel von Olivier, auch ein Vander. Hey, is that guy famous? Yes, that's One-Eyed Zex. He's one of the best field commanders Erebonia has. If I may be so bold, Your Highness, I have actually seen pictures of you before. Have you cut your hair recently? Now that I look, your face is familiar, but this is a bit embarrassing. I cut it for the investiture ceremony. Consider it a little girl's way of showing her resolve to take up a burden too heavy for her. Hardly, Princess Claudia. It looks very good on you, if I may be forward. Allow the servant of the Empire to congratulate you on becoming the heir to the throne. Thank you, General. Well then, what brings the Princess of Liebel here? Are you here to raise protest against us like my good colleague Morgan? No, that is not my intent. I am sure that our neighbors in Erebonia must be terrified at the moment. The darkness at night, the cold, the complete shutdown of communications. Believe me, I know how any one of these could inspire terror in people. What I ask is for you to consider your actions. Consider what would happen if your forces were to enter our country. You say that large portions of the empire are disordered at the moment. I assure you, in every part of Libel, it is worse. And while we no longer bear Erebonia ill will, many of our citizens are agitated and afraid. I could not bear it if the good intentions of our allies were misunderstood. But as you can see, we are investigating these strange events as quickly as we are able. Furthermore, we have managed to suppress most of the activities of the aforementioned criminal group on our own. And so I ask, for the sake of continued friendship between Erebonia and Libel, a relationship we value highly. Give us a little more time, General. We will make this right. Pretty words, but they are less sound and fury, signifying nothing. Wen haben wir denn da? Den kennen wir doch. Jetzt ist die Katze gleich aus dem Sack, Your Highness. I shall take the reins. You are relieved, General. As you wish, Your Highness. What? You can't be. You have got to be shitting me. Ja, jetzt ist die Katze aus dem Sack. I believe this is our first formal acquaintance, Princess Claudia. I am OliWER Reise Arnor, a son of His Majesty Emperor Eugene III. Ja, es ist so, Olivier ist nicht Olivier, sondern OliWER, oder Olivert, aber ich glaube, man sagt einfach OliWER. Er ist ein königlicher Prinz. Und jetzt wisst ihr auch, warum der immer so shady war. What? One of the sons of... He's an imperial prince? Sure, did you know about this? You're kidding, right? I thought he was just some sort of agent for Imperial intelligence. OliWER Reise Arnor? I recognize the name, but I don't know the man. Even though I am a prince, I am a little more than a royal bastard. I rarely attend to public matters of state, so I am unsurprised you do not know my face. It does still sting a little, though, I fear. For the lovely girl who was once to be my bride to not even know my face, an arrow my heart. What? There are no other words. I see, that's what Colonel Richard had in mind a while back. I'm sorry, I was unaware. Allow me to apologize for the slight against you. Well, I do understand it was conducted without the Queen's consent. That sort of slight we can overlook, but this? No, Erebonia cannot overlook this. Ah, my enchanting princess, are you aware, I wonder, of a little rumor making its rounds across our great empire? I don't believe I am. Allow me to tell you then. Rumor has it that immense structure in the distance is Libel's new weapon. What? Libel has developed a groundbreaking new weapon that allows them to stop orbal energy. They intend to use it to make us pay for the war 10 years ago. It is a rumor which finds fertile ground in the ears of our citizens and leadership. It can't be. That's absolutely untrue. We would never. Then you can prove it, yes? Prove that it is a misunderstanding. If you cannot, then we must act upon the evidence of our senses. Indeed, if the rumors are true, this is a monstrous betrayal of our civilization, using the pact to hide your intentions. What choice would we have then but to be defenders of the free world? Okay, what in the hell is this, Olivier? Estelle? I can't just stand here listening to your blather on as you please. Olivier, you know damn well just what's going on here. Why are you being such a jerk? Estelle, wait. Have we met? You seem to know me even if you did not get the name quite right. Did we meet at a party once? Huh? No, you lack the refinement of nobility. Yes, no matter how I look at you, you must be nothing more than a commoner. So, who are you? Okay, fine then. You wanna play dumb no matter what? You aren't the only one who can bust out a surprise. Oh? My name is Estelle Bright. I am a bona fide A-rank bracer of the Bracer Guild of Libel. In accordance with the laws of the guild, I'm involving myself in this dispute as a neutral arbitrator. Estelle. Oh, an A-rank bracer. No, not a whit less than I expected. Huh? Pardon me. From what I understand, A-Ring Braces are among the most capable braces alive. Das ist so ein bisschen, wo die Verwirrung herkommt. Ich habe ja vor 2-3 Folgen oder so mal gesagt, dass eigentlich Estelle und Joshua noch keine A-Ring Bracer sind. Aber wir sind jetzt halt bis dahin gekommen und deswegen, hier wird so angesprochen, aber es stimmt nicht so richtig. You will forgive me, but I find it a little difficult to believe that a young girl such as yourself could hold that rank. Then you're welcome to inquire with the guild headquarters in Länge to confirm it. I think you'd have to hold negotiations while you check though, right? And with no working phones for how many Selk, what a pain that'll be. Very well. So what do you intend to do about our little situation, neutral arbitrator? From the evidence, I judge that Arabonia's claim is false. The floating city is not a Liberian weapon. I swear it on the honor of the Bracer Guild's supporting gauntlet. Oh, on the honor of the guild's emblem itself, a bold statement. Certainly a statement from the Bracer Guild holds enough weight that it cannot be ignored outright. However, I shall pose the same question to you then, Miss Bright. What is your evidence of this claim? Evidence? What we've seen for ourselves. The group which made the floating city appear as the criminal society of Ouroboros, which is still operating in Libo. We of the guild have been cooperating with the royal army to try and put a stop to the society's operations. Heck, if you like, we can have records of everything forwarded to the imperial government. That would certainly satisfy our need for evidence against Libel's possible malfeasance. However, you have, I think, missed a key point, Miss Bright. Assuming then that the perpetrators are this society of Ouroboros, are Liebel and the guild capable of putting a stop to this crisis? If you do not, then the Empire will not sit here wringing its hands. The weaponry we have brought, including the cannons of our tanks, all use gunpowder. Would that not be perfect for laying siege to and destroying this little rogue city of yours? You've got to be joking. What'll cannons do against something that big? You never know until you try, Miss Bright. Regardless, I can say one thing for sure. You do not have the ability to put a stop to our goodwill, or our need to defend ourselves. Well then, Prince OliWER, would action satisfy? If we can prove that we can, even in these circumstances, do something about that city, would you give us the time to do so? Well, I suppose that for some time at least, civility would force our hand, My prince? Calm down, General. Consider it the bare minimum of courtesy to a minor power we have a pact with. This assumes they can even prove anything. As you wish. So then, if you can show me you have some hope of stopping all this, our forces will withdraw. On the crest of the Golden Stallion, my name is a member of the Arno family, I swear it. Good, that came through loud and clear. What? That voice? Is that... Yes, no doubt about it. Now you're really kidding me. Dad. Wir haben ein fliegendes orbales Luftschiff. Und es klippt ziemlich krass. Es flimmert an der Kante. This is our proof, men of Arabonia. Feel free to feast your eyes upon it. Dad, Cassius Bright? It's been a while, Zax. They finally gave you a second star, I see. That's beside the point. Why are you here, and what is that ship? How is it capable of flying? That, unfortunately, is a national secret, rather like those steam tanks of yours, I would say. So this is the Assail, is it? You must be the famed Cassius Bright. I believe this is the first time we have had an audience, Your Highness. Strange though, I feel as we've met somewhere before. How curious, General Bright. I was just thinking the same thing. How very curious. Isn't it though? My Prince? Sieht's ganz so aus, als ob die sich vielleicht doch ein bisschen abgesprochen hätten, ne? Miss Bright, Princess Claudia, I am a proud member of the Arabonian imperial family. I will keep my word. General, have all our forces withdrawn from this area immediately. OliWER. You have our gratitude, Prince OliWER. Still though, my dear citizens will doubtlessly not be satisfied with mere possibility being presented to them. Perhaps I could board the Assail and observe for myself? Prince OliWER? Good idea. I'm sure everyone in the imperial government would be satisfied with the prince as a witness. Princess Claudia, shall we? Of course, I see no reason to object. I'm sure this will only further strengthen the bond of friendship between Erebonia and Liebel. Welcome aboard, Prince OliWER. Prince OliWER, what have you done? You finally stride onto the public stage for the first time in ages and you engage in this charade? I suppose we were too transparent at the end, huh? Transparent like air. To think that a prince of the empire would plan something like this in Liebel. Müller. How could you let this happen? Forgive me, uncle. But do you really think this idiot would listen even if I ask him to stop? Well, besides there are elements of this which do not sit easily on my conscience. I learned all about the truth behind Hamel during this mess. So you did know. How could he not know? Even back then he was a critical part of the military chain of command. My shame is... No, Zex, I do not blame you. It was a subjection of the Warhawks. I know you had nothing to do with it. A scandal so vile that information about it had to be tightly controlled. I do not agree with the logic, but I understand it. Seal up that which stinks and bury it forever. Those who rule remain in power unblemished. However, I cannot allow the same trick to be played twice. Prince, Zex, you realized it yourself, I'm sure. The incredibly fortuitous addition of the steam tanks to our arsenal. The convenient orders to sortie. Every bit of it has the fingerprints of the blood and iron chancellor himself, Gileath Osborne. Erstmals erwähnt, glaube ich. Sehr wichtiger Name, merkt euch den gut. He's in contact with Ouroboros. I no longer doubt it. And personally, I find the idea of a chancellor whose first loyalty is not to the empire rather repugnant, don't you? My prince, you can't possibly... But I do intend. The former military man who has become the empire's central politician after rising to prominence 10 years ago, the cold-blooded yet bold reformer who laid rails throughout the empire and has annexed many of our neighbors through force of arms, I've decided to slay the beloved monster which has made its nest in our empire. You may call all of this my declaration of war. Unbelievable. My prince, do you even realize what you are attempting to accomplish? I like to tell myself I do at least. Und, das ist jetzt ein kleiner Spoiler, ich finde es wahnsinnig spannend, dieser Plan wird jetzt gelegt. Wisst ihr, wann der endet? Ja. Mit Trails of Cold Steel 4 bis rein into Reverie. Das ist wirklich Wahnsinn. He's not only politically strong, but he has de facto control of easily 7/10 of the military. Putting aside neutral people like yourself, all who stand against him are the nation's feudal lords, and their influence weakens by the day. Worse still, my father's trust in him is nearly absolute. The very picture of a monster, I would say. Then why even... Is it not obvious? Because the way he acts is not beautiful. What? My eyes were opened as I traveled Liebel. People and countries are at their greatest when they are proud of themselves, and I wish for my people, my fatherland, to feel the same pride, to be proud of accomplishments, not conquests. I hope you can understand, Zex. My prince, you've become quite a man. As they say, only an unwatched pot will boil. It's been 7 years since you took me under your wing to teach me what you knew, Zex. I simply learned to apply what you taught when you weren't looking. Indeed. Very well, I will pull my forces back. I must remind you, however, that the 3rd Division is merely the vanguard. Osborne is mustering another 10 divisions in the capital. 3 days, and then they march. That's your deadline. Yes, we'll act with all haste, Zax. Müller, you're going with Prince OliWER, I take it? If things go poorly, bring him back even if you have to drag him by his collar. I imagine I'll have to do so either way. Man, Fallout. Übrigens auch hier habe ich eine Maus, ne, habe ich nicht. Da hinten hören die Reihen auf. Wenn ihr wieder guckt, dass das ein 4:3 Ausschnitt ist, dann wird das wegfallen, dann sähe das Heer noch viel größer aus. Eigentlich ein guter Trick. Da sieht man nochmal, wie gut Tricks funktionieren, wenn man nicht so viel darstellen kann. Technisch gesehen, also hier wäre technisch noch mehr möglich, aber wisst ihr, was ich meine? Da kann man das gut kaschieren, wenn man einfach an den Seiten da, wo man nichts sieht, das weglässt. We are withdrawing. Ist übrigens in der ersten Reihe, sieht man auch ganz links, da fehlt ein Soldaten. Das ist genau das Gleiche. Man sucht einfach den Bildausschnitt, wo es am größten aussieht, fertig. Ist voll spannend, dass uns dieser Ausschnitt, der länger ist als ursprünglich gedacht oder geplant, ein bisschen so davon in Erinnerung ruft, wie das gebaut wurde, ne? We are withdrawing to Palm. There we will await new orders. Palm, oh Gott, die Stadt kenne ich sogar. Das ist so cool. Wenn man das jetzt mit dem Wissen aus Cold Steel nochmal spielt, dann weiß man auch, wo die hingehen und so. Ach, schön. Schön. Okay, verziehen Sie sich bitte. And so we managed to buy ourselves a little bit of time at least. Really though, no one trusts me it seems. My lamentations truly are ceaseless. Of course they don't, you nitwit. Even I didn't think you had something like this in you. As they say, if you're going to play your cards, throw in all your chips. Besides, you certainly did a good job in arranging all the pieces. You could say we are partners in crime, confederates of love, bees of a flower who have shared of the sweetest honey. I am armed, Olivier. Estelle, brilliantly done. Brilliantly done, my entire butt. Would you please explain what in the hell is going on? Why, it's exactly as it looks. There was something rotten in the state of Erebonia. Simply dragged it up onto the stage. The stage? And the rest of us couldn't get a peek at the script? As they truly say, if you wish to deceive your foes, deceive your friends. Having the Estelle show up after you negotiate us into the corner, that was the plan Cassius Bright and I came up with. Dad and Olivier, I should have known. Once Dad shut up, I thought that might be it. That was the idea at least. And here comes deceitful jerk number 2. That's a little cruel, don't you think? I was listening in by phone. You handled those negotiations expertly. Thanks to you, the arrival of the Estelle had all the impact it needed. Listening in by what? Of course, that artifact of yours. My dear Shira, no more of that, please. It would be a little problematic if he heard about it. A little too late on that score, Prince. Kevin's here too. And Julia as well. Your Highness, I heard about the attack on the Kapitel. I am very glad to see you are safe. I'm sorry, Julia. I can only imagine how worried you must have been. Well, part of it's my fault. If I'd finished the Estelle's upgrades, we could have come by to help out ourselves. Unfortunately, Zero Field reinforcing the most advanced airship in the world took a while, if you can believe it. Still, glad to see everyone safe. Yeah, hang on. How is the Estelle flying? You meant a Zero Field generator big enough for the entire ship? Yes, indeed. The ones I gave you were prototypes I'd wiped up to help design a large-scale version. I've been locked up in the Estelle ever since you left, and now it's finally ready. I see. So in other words, every last bit of this was set up by Dad. Come now, don't say it like I'm a criminal. I simply did what I could do to make it easy for you to act. You did this because you wanted to, yes? Well, technically, I guess, but I don't quite get why you're here, though, Kevin. Alright, while I was at the cathedral, word came in from the Grazritter high-ups. They've been hitting the books. I think I've got a good picture on what kind of thing the aureola is and how to end this mess. And once I told Cassius about this, I got hogtied and brought out here. Whoa, what? What the aureola is? Yeah, so first of all, the aureola isn't that floating city itself, really. We think it's an artifact within the city that provides the whole thing with orbal power and helps control the flow of it. The Gospels are basically like distribution thingies for it. An ancient power source for a city. But then, why is it all causing all our orbments to shut down? Now we're getting into guesswork, but a couple of really old legends talk about the aureola striking down threats to the Chosen, meaning all of our modern orbments are being seen by it as threats to the Chosen, disabling any possible threat in its area of influence. It's a defense mechanism, essentially. It seems extremely likely, and really this gives us a ray of hope. Doing something about the entire city would be difficult at best due to its sheer size, but if we can find the actual aureola somewhere within the city, we may be able to find a way to deal with it. I see, that is an idea. That does sound like a plan, at least. Yes, it seems as though our final goal is well set for us. We should board the Estelle and make our way to the flying city with all haste. The decision to use the Estelle must come from the royal family. Princess, shall we? You don't need to ask. Captain Schwartz, prepare the Estelle for launch. We are heading for the flying city above Valeria Lake. At once, Your Highness. And my bracer friends, please everyone, lend your aid to Liebel in our hour of need. This mission will likely be the last one of this crisis. Well, saying like that like it's even a question if we'll go. This is something we should leave up to our leader. Leader? Estelle? We mean you, of course. What? Why so shocked, Estelle? We all do have our own stake in this, yes, but one way or another, we've just been tagging along on this wild ride of yours. So in that sense, Estelle, you're definitely our leader. Still not quite ready for it? No, she is. No matter how grim it gets, Estelle never loses hope. That light is always there to guide me, to guide us. That's why only Estelle could even ever be our leader. Joshua, not helping. Estelle, your face is red as a beet. Okay, I get it. Chloe, the guild accepts your mission. We'll find the Aureola in the Flying City and save Liebel. Thank you. Good, that's finally settled. Now I can get back to headquarters. Dad, you're not coming with us? I'm afraid I can't. They may have retreated for now, and I trust Zax to keep his word, but we can't ignore the larger Erebonian threat. It's not just Harkengate. They could use non-orbital powered vessels to invade by sea. I also wouldn't be surprised if the Society attempts another raid on Gransel. I can't leave the Royal Army with all of this going on. Yeah, I get it. I'll do my best. With Joshua, with everyone. So Dad, try not to kill yourself with work, okay? It will be struggle, but don't worry. And Joshua, let me give this to you. Huh? Erziehungsschelle? Nein. A letter. A letter? Call it a father's heart. It's between men, so it might be a little shocking for Estelle. Gentle reminder that I'm right here and still have my staff. I'll read it when I have time, Dad. Please do. For the love of, I seriously do not get guy stuff like this. Don't be so harsh, Estelle. I'm taking some time off once this is over. I intend to spend a lot of time at home once I can. Estelle, make sure we can all share some omelette rice then, alright? Oh, yeah, you bet. Und damit heben wir ab. Boah, es ist eine ultra lange Folge geworden. Damit hätte ich jetzt nicht gerechnet, ehrlich gesagt. Are you sure, Cassius? If you're that worried, you could have gone with them, you know? No, it's fine. Weisman is even more dangerous than I thought he would be. If I accompanied them, I would simply be painting a target on their heads. As if you were out in the open, he'd strike you at your ankle like the snake he is. The price of fame, huh? And it is maddeningly frustrating, let me tell you. Of course, this is also what gives us a chance to strike. Game of truth and lies as the two of you try to read the other, huh? Speaking of lies, do you think the Blood and Iron Chancellor will really hold back? As powerful as he is, he can't gainsay an oath from Prince OliWER's easily. As long as we don't give them any more of an opening, I think we'll be safe. I hope so. Everything rests on the team about the assail then. Yes. Lena and great benevolent idiots of the sky, shine down where your children must walk, please. That beneath this enormous sky they might find the path they seek. Und mit diesen weisen Worten hört Kapitel 8 auf. Wir haben es geschafft. Es ist viel, viel länger geworden, als ich gedacht habe. Aber das ist dann so. Ich würde sagen, deswegen halten wir jetzt auch das hier kurz. Wir sehen uns in der nächsten Folge zum Start des Finals wieder. Und das wird auch nochmal ein bisschen andauern. Da wird es noch ein paar coole Momente geben. Danke fürs Dabeisein. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.